So advocating for yourself is something that I found is incredibly important, because if you can't advocate for yourself, you're not going to be able to get the care that you need. Because if you advocate for yourself, the physicians, those support people, they're going to be able to help you, because at the end of the day, they want to help you the most.
I'm in a good spot. I had the surgery 5 weeks ago. My hand numbness is like 80 to 100% better.
Never give up. Keep pushing, keep looking for the answer.
But I mean, you know your own body. If something isn't functioning right, if you're having pain, just keep speaking up, keep advocating for yourself. Reach out to Dr. Worden, try to get the right diagnosis.
I know a lot of the times the things that I was feeling when I was going through this ordeal was I don't know, I felt helpless, alone, and just knowing that somebody else out there has gone through this as well and knows exactly how you're feeling, that gives comfort, and it helps people.
I think the most important thing that I've learned is that it's so different for everybody, and it's really not just one disorder, but it really is a group of disorders, which is kind of why it is so different for everyone. So it's really hard to compare yourself to other people and their stories and their successes or their failures.
My husband didn't understand anything, and he kind of thought I was making some of this up or making it worse than it was. And then he started watching Dr. Verden's YouTubes, and he was like, oh my God, I'm understanding this.
I mean, I remember the first time I ever spoke with Dr. Worden, I told him I was really upset because I just joined all these Facebook groups of people with TOS, and I spent one night, I didn't sleep, and I just scrolled all the way to the bottom, the first post, and I saw that there was not one positive post about a surgery, about any kind of recovery or treatment plans. Everyone was just kind of miserable, and I was just so deterred. I was really upset because I didn't think that I would be the one good case out of everything, everyone, especially after having this for the past 12 years now, and took until this year to get a diagnosis. So he told me to get off of all that and to kind of just focus on myself and my own story, and reminded me that the people that are better aren't going to be posting about it online.
They won't help you unless you really gotta ask them the right questions. You gotta really push for the right treatment. You just gotta keep looking if you're not satisfied with your answers. So that's what I really mainly took away from my time with learning from Dr. Worden and his team.
I remember reading every post and every just self-deprecating, some were even borderline suicidal, and it was just so hard because I didn't want to turn into that person. And it kind of felt once I got diagnosed with TOS that that's just my future, and that's just all it's gonna be. I'm just gonna wanna I'm just gonna hate my life like everyone else does in this group and whatever.
And so I really just wish that more physicians, nurses, and physical and occupational therapists were familiar with this diagnosis.
It's not easy to understand the complexity.
Occupational therapists were familiar with this diagnosis and were able to get people connected with treatment, so that there wouldn't be so many people like me who wander through without a diagnosis for months or even years in some cases.
It takes a holistic effort to tackle the issue.
So I think for a lot of people, it's finding that other level of support. Don't be afraid to reach out and get help in other areas emotionally. So that was really helpful. And I'd say keep advocating for yourself too.
I have to be my best advocate to get the best care I want. And I know my body best. I know what I'm going through personally, mentally, physically, emotionally.
Don't be like me, and don't be afraid to talk about it. And if it is bothering you, go on a run, go for a walk, go to the gym, but don't go talk to friends, hang out, paint, do something that you enjoy and that makes you feel happy, or surround yourself with people that do make you feel happy, because it's not ever going to help you if you just sit there and kind of live with it. You gotta move past it and find reason. Nothing happens to you that you can't handle. So I think that there's good in everything that happens.